relationship. Talking to a bunch of saints. Because too many Christians' addictions is the benediction. But knowing is a given that life will go with afflictions and separate those who always talking it and who really can live it. And that's why my poetry is always filled with conviction, because Christ is looking for soldiers and not chickens, those that listen, those that are their spiritual gifts and play the position, not those that get pissed when somebody else get recognition. Not those that get their riches and all of this stuff become distance, not those Christians who only on Christmas know the spirit of giving and forgiveness. But don't get it twisted. I am not casting the first stone. In fact, you should never see a rock in my hand. But on a rock I stand, and I'm far from perfect and not bougie at all. I just got a passion for Christ making the movie evolve. And it's a difference for those who struggle than those who truly indulge and acts which cause a walk to be a crawl. And you can't meet their needs if you carry it across. No, I'm appalled from the excuses and the comments that are smart on how the Bible applies to your life when Christ knows your heart. That's blasphemous. As for it, your heart that is, but he knows that he only owns half of it. I think it was the 7th chapter that Matthew said, just because you call me Lord, Lord, these gates, so that's what it means, you're going to be passing through it. And if faith without works is dead, then what is works without faith? Let me give you a case. It looks like a man who knows all about the Bible, but don't know Jesus. That doesn't make you intelligent. And all that sexual sensation, except for penetration, that doesn't make you celibate. And Christian concerts, just Christian hangouts instead of fellowship, it's just too many Christians that are going to heaven just for the hell of it. But then they're going to have the nerve to argue like it's relevant. Like, when you see God, you got to let me in. I know the words of purpose, MSG, and T-Wise. But you don't put on your whole armor. You never got the message, and this is the end times. But I pay tithes, but you never spent time. And religion without spent time can make a hurt person and put a church person in the same place of hell as Islam. And good people who could lead you to believe that death is a way of life, where life is a way of death. Because in order to live every day, you gotta die to your flesh. But I ain't saying that you gotta be perfect. You just gotta try it with your best effort. Because we all feel as though we deliver it to God applies pressure, and if God allows, supplies, provides pleasure, then we're gonna see how far your religious acts measure. It's in the relationship, because being in love with Jesus can make it 10 times easier to flee from relations and have patience when you tell you that joy comes in the morning, even though the sun is moving in slow motion like we live in the Matrix. Still, faith in not believing that he can, but knowing that he will. And I hate the fact that other Christians dislike me, but not knowing how I feel, how I can praise till I pass out just by knowing that he's real and God. Don't ever let me get too mature, that'll no longer have my zeal. So keep me as a baby, so I can follow your will by any means necessary, no ifs, ands, or maybes. But I need some other kids to play here. It's like they're going through a phase. Too often I've been told I had to stay upstairs, there ain't nobody down here my age. God, turn your church into a daycare. Because it's far too many of us acting too old by trying to take life in our own hands, knowing that's something our arms can't hold. Then we claim that we love you, but can't keep a command. Then can't understand why our knees will buckle. And how we gonna handle Thomas and some of us in here need to touch you. As if your words are not enough to keep us out of trouble. And saints, how do you expect to defeat the devil when you've been saved for years and your faith is still at mustard seeds level? Amen.
Amen. Come on.